Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you my planner lineup for 2023. And if you're not familiar, I've been doing these for the past couple of years. So I'll go ahead and link last year's up above if you're interested to see how things have changed, because some things have remained exactly the same and others have just dramatically changed. So I think this year, so last year I kind of organized my video in terms of like type of planner, but this year I think I'm going to kind of section it as things that are the same, things that are kind of the same, kind of different, and then things that are like completely different. So let's go ahead and get started with the things that are exactly the same. So up first are the wedding planners. These are exactly the same as last year, the same brand, like the same actual physical item. These did not change literally at all. In that I have the Future Mrs. Planner from, from Miss to Mrs. It's like a subscription box that my mother-in-law got me. And this is basically just a notebook. So, I mean, it does have like a daily thing on this side and then just notes on the right side. I mainly just use the note section. So this is kind of like my on-the-go wedding thing, or if I just have something that I think of, I'll just jot it down in here. I don't care how ugly the pages are. If I'm done with it, I'll rip it out, recycle it. But yeah, I just wanted something to have like a idea, throw down, whatever notebook. And because this came in a subscription box, I was like, I might as well use it. So I have this one, which technically isn't a planner. It's more like a notebook. I mean, it is a notebook, but I count it as a planner, and you'll see other items as well aren't technically planners, but I count it because I use them to organize my life basically. So this is exactly the same. This EC wedding planner. Yeah, EC wedding planner is exactly the same as well. This is a 24-month planner, so it still works. This one I'm not actually using functionally. I'm more using it as memory. So like I'll have, let's see, I don't think there's nothing too revealing on this. So each month I'll kind of mark down if something significant happens. So this month was when we got engaged. This was our engagement party, so on and so on. And then the back part, which, yeah, so these I'm kind of just like marking as we go. And then once we have the table set up, that's when I'll mark down the names. Like, this isn't really a planning planner. It's more of a memory keeper planner. And then in the back, there's memories, pages for memories, which I plan on filling out, note pages, which I plan on filling out as well. And I have been using these stickers. And then in the back, I have these date dots. I'm only using the rose gold ones to match the coil. I have these wedding post-it notes, these rose stickers, monthly stickers from SBC, and then the Once More with Love wedding to-dos, I guess, or milestones to mark as well. And then the last wedding planner is the actual wedding planner I am using. This is from the Knot. I guess it's a ultimate wedding planner and organizer. Again, exactly the same. I've been filling out some of the pages as we plan, adding ideas, taking some things away that I know we're not using, so on and so on. And then there are some pages in here. This is also from the Miss to Mrs. subscription box that I'll just hole punch and stick in here to include in the appropriate section, just to have a little bit more information. So yeah, this has been super helpful. This is also one that I'm totally okay with, like scratching things out, getting messy, kind of, like a legit functional planner. Whereas again, this one, my goal is to have look really pretty. So yeah, so those are really, oh no, there's actually more. The other item that has remained exactly the same is this Creating & Co. media planner. And I call it media because I'm counting books, movies, and TV. The theme this year is different, obviously, because she changes up her reading challenges each year, each season. But how I'm using it functionally is basically the same thing. I mean, even the cover's the same. This folder's the same, pretty much that. So I mainly use it for reading, to track my reading goals, which I still need to set it up. We're like, as I'm filming this, we're mid-January, and I still need to set this up. And I have done some movies, as you can see, but honestly, not much since the last time I showed you guys, last year in the the planner lineup last year, and I still have yet to start the TV show. So I have a lot to catch up with this one, and this one will be added to as the year goes on and as Paige from Creating & Co. releases her reading challenges, but that's what I'm planning to use for this year as well. And then as an additional thing for this planner, I also use Goodreads, which is what tracks my reading, but because I like crafting, obviously, I have a whole channel dedicated to it. I'm more of like a physical, tactile person that I like to kind of have an outlet and track my reading some way in this form. So I do have Goodreads, which I guess counts as well as a planner, even though it's not. But anyway, just wanted to mention that as well. So those are the planners that have stayed the same, like exactly the same. And then now I'm going to kind of move towards the ones that are kind of the same, kind of different. And the first one is the EC Daily Duo. And as you can tell, this is not the actual planner. And that is because I have actually been using this planner or this style planner for the past 2 years, so 2021 and 2022. And I find that this daily layout just works the best for me. I mean, it's not 100% perfect, but I do really like it. However, I do not use it every day. I take some days off. I don't work weekends, like on vacation or when I'm at conferences or whatever else. I just don't use it every day. And instead of getting rid of those empty, completely 100% usable pages, I decided to hold on to them and then just use them for random days. So this year, so the last 2 years, I did buy the physical bound planner. But this year, what I'm planning to do is just go through these pages. And as you can see, obviously, I use this page, but the ones that I haven't used that are still completely blank, I'm just going to use as my planner this year. Because honestly, the daily pages, I don't really care about keeping these. This is not my memory planner. So once I'm done with a day, a full page. So once I do both sides of the page, I'm just going to recycle it and move on. So, and I'm pretty sure I have enough of these blank pages to last me the full year because again, I don't use it every day. And honestly, if you guys do the same thing, I highly recommend to keep your blank pages because what you can do is just take a strip of washi or even just a sticker, cover this, and you can date it for the day that you want or just keep it undated and completely reuse it. So great way to save money, great way to save product and everything. So yeah, this is what I'm using for my functional day-to-day. So it's still the same layout, which is why it's the same, but it's different because it's just loose leaf paper basically, which to me, don't care. Another thing that is basically the same is, which I actually probably could have included this in the previous section, but is my notepad. So this is what I use to memory keep basically. I just jot down what I do and I use this as a guide in my memory keeper. So this pad is actually a new pad. I used to use the Simply Gilded one, but this one is seasonal. I wanted to use it up in the winter months. And then once the winter months are over, I'm just going to switch to this Simply Gilded one. So again, this is basically the same. And this is the same exact layout as it was previously. It was just a different color. But yeah, this is what I use for my memory keeping. And so far, I really like it because, again, I just jot things down, cross them off, do whatever I need to do to figure out, and then I get rid of them. So I don't really care if I actually don't even want it to be in a bound planner because, like I said, I just get rid of it once I make my scripts for that week. But yeah, so I really like this. And I actually like that it's seasonal too. But at the same time, it doesn't care because it gets recycled anyway. And then the last thing that's pretty much the same is my memory keeper. So last year, I still had the Erin Condren 7x9 vertical format. Last year, they did have a true neutral one, which is what I used. This year, they did not have a true neutral one. The only one that was the closest to neutral was what is this called? I think it's not Flora, but I think it is their neutral palette, which really isn't neutral because last year the tabs were gray. But what's important is that the weeks are completely neutral, which is what I wanted. So that's why this is in the kind of the same category because it is the same layout, but a different color scheme. And another reason why it's in the roughly the same category is because I have now moved my Missy Bree social media tracker planner into the monthly section of this planner. So last year, I did not use the monthly at all, really. I really have never used monthlies as long as I've had planners, but I have always used a monthly layout for my social media. And last year, I had access to the monthly planner from Erin Condren, so I just decided to use that because I had it. But this year, again, my goal was to really save money and use what I have. So I was thinking, oh, I don't use my monthly in my memory, but I need a monthly for my social media, so why not just put 2 and 2 together? And that's what I did. So that's what this planner is. So far, I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, I really wish though, because it is new for me to have a color scheme that's not the traditional Erin Condren colors. This is like a neutral palette, so it's a little bit hard for me to get used to that, but so far not that big of a deal. So this is my memory planner. I'll just show you a spread. It's basically the same thing. Again, I'm filming this video mid-January. I am a little bit behind, but the weekly or the day-to-day, week-to-week spreads or functionality of this planner are exactly the same. This is what I use it for. And now we are getting into the completely different planner. So first up is my goal planner. I still have a goal planner this year. However, it is not the Cultivate What Matters power sheets. I decided late last year that layout functionality, however you want to call it, was just not working for me. It was just too much to keep up with, and I just did not have time to, unfortunately, to dedicate towards my goals as I thought I would or even would like to have. And I really needed to simple it or pare it down, but I still wanted to have a goal planner because I like to have a space that's dedicated to my goals. Like I think it's been productive for me and helpful for me to just have a place to write those down. So when I received this, it's the Erin Condren Big Picture Planner in one of the, I believe, the winter seasonal surprise box. I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to use this as my goal planner. So I'll just show you what one of the layouts looks like. It's so much simpler. It's literally this month's intentions, the goals, progress I want to make, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes pages, and then it just starts over again. So there's 12 of those spreads, and so far I've only done January, but so far it's just what I need. So I'm really excited to continue to use this because it's not as much of a time commitment as the Cultivate What Matters is, and because I've received this in the surprise box, I technically already paid for it, and I didn't have to fork out another like $60-70 on another planner. Great way to save money, and I'm pretty happy with this so far. And then last but not least, my last planner is this weekly schedule pad. I got the idea from Plan with Lakin. I'll go ahead and leave her channel down below. She does a lot of goal setting videos. This is not the same layout that she uses. This is just some random pad I found on Amazon, but it is working for me. And what I do for this is usually Sunday night, Monday morning, I'll have a very, very rough draft of my week to kind of get an idea of what free time I have, what days I'm super busy, just to have a general overview of what my week looks like. And then the day-to-day is what I use the daily pages for. And this is what I set up on like in front of me at my desk, so I can kind of see what the week looks like and what my plans are, and if anything comes up, I have a general idea of my schedule and everything. And so far it's been working pretty good. I started using this near the end of last year, so this isn't entirely new, but relative to the video, it is new. And I don't use it every week because some of the weeks that are a little bit lighter, I don't feel like I need to use it. But the weeks that are heavier, it really helps to block out my days. And yeah, really excited about this. So that is everything. That's my complete lineup for 2023. I believe I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 different planners, or at least systems, devices that I use to organize my life. If you guys are twinning on anything, please let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.